In our previous video, we talked about how to assess what needs improvement. Now let's move on to step 3, simplify. This is where we take what we've learned and break it down into easily understandable steps. We need to keep it simple. As a reminder, here are all the steps to the ASI methodology. Agree and assess were covered in previous videos. This video will cover simplify, and the later steps, standardize, improve, and implement, will be covered in their own separate videos. To simplify a process, we need to visualize it. We need to break the process down into a series of steps. This is called process mapping. Process mapping allows us to get a better understanding of each step involved. We don't need complicated methodologies or computer programs. We want to see the process in a visual way, from start to finish, step by step. Also, keep it simple. In ASI, our goal is immediate improvement, not weeks or even months of analysis. So, who leads the effort? The process mapping effort can be led by you as the owner or manager, your project manager, or you can designate a process owner. The process owner is a staff member that is familiar with the process or considered an expert. The process owner should also be as objective as possible. Don't overthink who should lead. The goal is to move forward with the process and do not get bogged down with assigning roles. Trust your judgment and choose who you think is best for the job. Now it's time to begin gathering information from staff. Your staff members are the experts, so you need to hear from them directly. Have them explain their process to the process owner, and have them explain the actions and the steps they do and in what order they do them. If needed, have them demonstrate the process for you or the process owner and observe them while they work. Don't judge or critique. If they do the steps in a different way than others or skip what you consider to be important steps, just note it down. We will investigate later on. Our objective now is just to document. Creating the process map. Once you have a thorough understanding of the steps in the process, it's time to create a simple process map. There are many complicated and technical ways to map a process, but for now, our goal is to document and visualize so they can be understood. Use square boxes to indicate each step or activity and place them in the correct order or sequence. Do not overcomplicate things. Keep it simple for now. Let's take the example of making a cup of tea from our previous video. We have 3 different employees with 3 different processes. Employee A puts the tea in the mug first, steeps it for 2 minutes, and then adds milk and sugar, serving the cup of tea on a napkin. Employee B steeps the tea for 3 minutes, then removes the tea bag, adds milk and sugar, and has the additional step of placing a lemon slice on the saucer. Employee C steeps the tea for 3 minutes, adds milk and sugar, and then removes the tea bag, which differs from Employee B, and then places a lemon slice on the saucer before serving. As you can see from this example, we have 3 different processes with different outputs that impact the quality, taste, and presentation. So, while each process has its pluses and minuses, as an organization, we are inconsistent in how we do things. Therefore, our products or outputs are inconsistent. Once your maps are done, review them with each staff member to make sure the process maps match the processes they do on a regular basis. This is the first step to recognizing inconsistencies and variation across the organization. With the example we've provided, you can see there is an obvious problem. There are different processes with different outputs. The simplify step of the ASI methodology is about taking your processes and breaking them down into easy-to-understand parts or steps. Before we start improving, we first need to standardize the process throughout our organization, which is step 4 of the ASI methodology, and we're going to cover that in the next video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.